Dale Mathis. I'm in Sun City, Arizona, and today I am doing an addendum onto Lesson 7 of the Dale Mathis Slow and Easy Accordion class. So in Lesson 7, first of all, let me tell you where you can find all of these videos and all of these lessons on the mycrownmusic.net website. There are lessons from the very beginning, like ground zero, you know nothing, and all the way up to about a middle level. So I've got 60 lessons already posted, and in addition to that, I have got extra songs. Let's see, I believe there's about maybe 60 extra songs that you can download all of the sheet music for all of these tunes. So anyhow, today we're focusing on Lesson 7. So the first thing that you need to do is go to mycrownmusic.net and download these two pieces of sheet music. The tunes are two Christmas tunes. One is called Come.Little Children, and the other is called Good King Wenceslas. All right, so in Come.Little Children, that one is in the key of C, and it's just a very simple melody in the right hand. I've written in the fingering numbers in places that you need to be aware of, and in the and the other thing is there's alternating bass. So I'm going to pull the camera closer to highlight that in your left hand so you can see what that's all about. And then in the Good King Wenceslas, that is in the key of F. So F scale means that you start on the F key on your keyboard and you play Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Can't do it. My fingers slipped. So you have to watch out for the B, which is B flat in Good King Wenceslas. Plus there is alternating bass, and there are a couple of interesting bass patterns that you need to watch out for. So if you would download those two pieces of sheet music right now and then come back so that we can go over these things individually. Okay, so right now you are looking at the left hand of my Roland digital accordion. It's the model FR8X. And so the first thing, you have been playing some C bass and G bass and F bass, and you're already familiar with that. And now, instead of this pattern, bass chord, you're going to, and the fingers that I'm using is my middle finger, 3, and 2 for the chord. So 3 on the bass and 2 on the chord. Now for this alternating bass pattern, you're going to play C bass, then C chord, and then on beat 3 you're going to reach up with that third finger and play G bass, and then C chord. So it goes. And then, in Come.Little Children, there is a G bass. So you move up to the G bass, and the alternate is D. And then, also in Come.Little Children, there is an F bass. So move down below the C bass and play the F. And the alternate is C. Okay, so that's the bass patterns that I want you to be aware of for Come.Little Children. And for Good King Wenceslas, now that song is in the key of F, which means that your starting chord is F. In the key of C for Come Little Children, your starting chord was a C chord. Now for the Good King Wenceslas, your starting chord is an F chord. And the three chords, this is another one of those three chord songs. The three chords that you will be using in this song are the F chord, the B flat chord, which is below the C chord, the F chord, and then you have to jump up to the C chord, and then F again. So in this song, the left hand goes F, bass and chord, and then C alternate and F chord. So it's, and now if you've got that piece of sheet music in front of you, you will see that in the third measure it asks for the B flat chord, and so you play B flat bass and then chord. And now here, this is something interesting. Now you're going to jump, you're not going to play the alternate, you're going to move to the C bass and chord. So you got to jump up to the C bass and chord. So it goes like this, B flat. Do that again. And then it moves to the F. And now you've got that same trick over again, B flat, bass and chord, and then C bass and chord. And then the next measure goes back to F again. Next measure. Next measure. Now it's B flat, C, next measure is F again. Now here the pattern changes again. Now let's see, if you count the measures, I'm in measure 13. And so now what's going to happen is you play F bass and chord, and then C bass and chord. Next measure is the same thing. Next measure is the same thing, F bass and chord, and C bass and chord. Next measure, this is the second from the last, is F bass and chord, then B flat, and then F bass and chord, and together. There you go. So that was a different pattern. Let me just play this thing again. From the beginning. Here's the B flat, C, F, here's the B flat, C, F. Here's the B flat, C, F. And now F, C, F, C, F, C, F, B flat, F, together. All right, so that's the bass patterns. Now, for the Good King Wenceslas, we've got some fancy fingering going on here. And again, please have this sheet music out in front of you so that you can follow what I'm doing. So key of F, first of all, you've got that F scale to deal with, and what you're going to do is be aware when you look in the key signature, you will see the treble clef, and then right next to it on the middle line you see a flat, and that is telling you that every B in this song has to be played not B natural, but B flat. Okay, and again, I think I've mentioned in the past the reason why we play in different keys. One good reason is just for your singing. You know, your voice has a certain range from low notes to high notes. And there's a certain range in there where your voice is really most powerful, and so you may have to rearrange what key you're playing on your accordion for your voice to sound most practical. So we could play Good King Wenceslas in the key of C or key of G, But for this particular tune, we're learning it in the key of F. So you want to start with your fourth finger on F. Use your fifth finger for the G. 4, thumb. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. This is a repeat basically. 4, 4, 5, 4, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here's a trick. You let go of the F. Pardon me for the interruption. The teacher got the frog in the throat. All right, so we were on the F. Let's see. 4. And now you replace your fourth finger with your thumb. And the reason why you do that is because now you need to be able to reach up to these higher notes. So just to repeat that again. And now your little finger is ready with the C. And so now you're going to play C, 5, 4 on the black key, B flat, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1. And now here's another trick. While you're holding that F, you're going to slide your fourth finger in place. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's another substitution. 1, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 1. So my practice suggestion for both of these songs is to play the parts for the right hand and the left hand separately, just so that you're familiar with it. So, do the... and then do the... just so that you get at ease with doing the parts individually, and so that you've got it in your mind what you need to do to put it together. So that's a good way of practicing this. And again, practice hints are, it's best when you are learning a new song to play, or any song really, to play every day. Don't skip a day. In other words, don't do, in a week's time, don't play 2 hours and then don't play for 6 days at all. It's better to play 10 minutes or 20 minutes a day, 7 days a week, rather than doing 2 hours and then not getting back to it. And also one other thing about, like now on this lesson 7, I've got a series of songs, and it's not intended that you should know all of this stuff in, say, 1 week, because these tunes are on video. You can work 2 weeks on just one song if you want, and when you've got it, then you can work on the next song, and when you got that, you can work on the next song, and it might take you a month on lesson 7, and then you can go to lesson 8. So again, thank you very much for watching this series of videos. If you are interested in purchasing a Roland accordion, I do all of the sound programming for the accordions that are sold at Crown Music in Sun City, Arizona. And if you look at the website where you found the sheet music, mycrownmusic.net, you will find the contact information for the store in Sun City, Arizona. So until next time, happy practicing.